One trick to try to make less of a mess when the pan comes off is to extract some of the old fluid first, pumping it out through a tube stuck in the dipstick tube. Sometimes this works well, but here I'm only getting maybe a cupful of fluid. Today I'm changing the transmission fluid on a 2008 Ford F150. Before you begin, make sure you have all the tools and materials needed. A good shop manual, socket, ratchet, torque wrench, rags, oil pan, and of course lubricant appropriate for your application. Here we'll use AMSOIL Signature Series ATF and a Wix filter. Make sure you check your owner's manual or shop manual for the appropriate materials for your own vehicle. At the moment, the shop manual is holding down the new gasket that comes with the Wix filter. That way it will be nice and flat when it's time to put the pan back on with the new gasket. The old fluid spills out around the edge of the transmission pan when you remove it, so a larger drain pan is used to cover a larger area. Make sure your vehicle is in park, parking brake set, wheels chocked, and never get under a vehicle held up by a jack. Work safe. The pan bolts are loosened and removed. One bolt is left in loose in the front and the back, so the pan will be loose but not fall. The fluid is drained by removing the pan. Here it is with the pan off. I'll get the old filter off next. There are no fasteners, it just pulls right out of the hole. We'll clean the pan up good before putting it back on. We'll take a look though at the condition of it before we get in there and get anything out of there. Okay, we got the little magnet up in the corner. You know, it's picking up some magnetic sludge. It's definitely doing its job, picking up some crud on there. So we'll clean that off before we put it back together. This is the bottom side of the filter. It's got a light film of some gray stuff. Gray matter on here. We'll take a look at the filter too. Half of the shell is plastic. So the first coconut opener you run across will work fine to get it open. Inside here is the filter media that just looks like a little bag. Here's the inlet side. Now inside here then it opens up kind of like an envelope. And there is some little sparkly pieces in here. Nothing that looks horribly frightening. Just some crud, but no big pieces, no chunks, no overwhelming amount of goo. This is the inlet. So this is the side where the dirty oil would be. That kind of same gray stuff we saw on the outside is actually on the inside of the outside of the envelope here. So this would be the clean side of the filter. That's the inside of the filter. Just this one piece of filter media folded in half to form kind of an envelope. It's pinched on the edges here. That's what the fluid runs through. The pan's clean, the magnet's clean. Time to get her all together again. That's what she looks like when she's clean right there. Here's a new filter. We'll use a Wix. This particular one just presses up into the transmission. There's no screws. I'll wipe off the mating surface on the transmission so there's no dirt or anything that might cause a leak when the pan goes back on. I'll lube the new Wix filter with some ATF. Then it just presses in. Having the gasket flattened out really pays off here. It sits flat on the pan and the holes line up nice. It's ready to go back on. The bolts are cleaned up too. All 14 are ready to go. I'll get a few bolts started to hold the pan up, then install the rest and run them up snug. Nothing should be forced. If a bolt doesn't go in easy, it's not right. The instructions call for tightening the bolts first to 80 inch-pounds, then to the final torque spec of 120 inch-pounds. Here we are at 80 inch-pounds, which is 10 clicks up from 70 on the scale. We got it at 115 right now, and we'll go 5 more clicks to get to 120. Okay, I've got the torque wrench set to 120 inch-pounds. We'll just go round and round until it clicks off without moving the bolts. Refill per your vehicle's specification. This particular vehicle calls for a Mercon 5 spec, so I'm using AMSOIL Signature Series Multi-Vehicle Synthetic ATF. AMSOIL Signature Series Multi-Vehicle Synthetic ATF is engineered to outperform conventional automatic transmission fluids and exceeds the performance requirements of most North American, European, and Asian vehicles. This sophisticated formulation provides outstanding performance and protection in the severe operating condition of today's most advanced transmission designs. I'll cycle it through all the transmission positions, then go for a test ride to warm the fluid up. At the last fluid change, this vehicle took a gallon and part of a quart to bring it back to full after dropping the pan for a fluid and filter service. I'll put in a gallon, then top it off after it's warmed up. Don't want to overfill. The owner's manual will tell how to determine the proper level on the dipstick for your vehicle. For more information or to purchase AMSOIL or Wix products, go to MidwestSynthetic.com. Thanks for watching.